Welcome everybody, this is Candy Lashes and Makeup. If you want to see how I achieve this look, stay tuned. Okay, wait a minute. Yes, my lace is struggling. I will show you how to fix that in the next video. Now I'm applying my Becca primer. I only put this in the areas where I get oily, cheeks, nose, and I also apply it in my smile lines. It helps me a little bit with creasing. Now applying Mercier's translucent powder with a clean and damp sponge. I do this step only when I need my makeup to last all day. It does really help to eliminate shine also. Alright, now shout out to Miss Jackie Aina for the hookup on the NYX brush. I am using that to apply my MAC NC45 foundation. For those of us who are wearing lace fronts, please be careful around those edges. Do not get that makeup on that lace. Now I'm going back in with the sponge and the foundation just to cover up a little bit of discoloration that I have around my mouth and a couple of places where I have some acne scars. I don't use concealer currently. I have not found one that I'm comfortable with that matches well with NC45. Unfortunately, you guys know every color is not equal in the brand. So even if it's MAC or if it's Bobbi Brown, which is another brand that I use, the concealers don't match. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this foundation right now just to help cover up some stuff. Well, clearly, I'm reaching for something I don't have. In these COVID streets, it is rough. I'm gonna just use what I got. I don't even know what color it is. We'll put the description down below. But I'm just gonna mix whatever it is I have already in with my foundation. And let's see how this works out. Okay, I'm going to use the same mixture and apply it to my nose, down my nose, and right there on my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. Well, my little struggle mixture did not work out. It creased before I could even set it. So I took whatever I could get out of that little NARS bottle, and I'm going to go ahead and just apply it just right there where I creased really bad. Now I'm going to go ahead and set this with my Mercier translucent powder and the same sponge. But the only problem is by this time okay, shimmy girl. Yes. It creased again. You see that right there. So all you do to fix that, go back in with the same sponge, hit it again just with a couple of light taps. Then you're gonna go ahead, back in, just a little bit of powder, gentle touches, add just a smidge, press it in, it's gonna stay without creasing most of the time. Now I'm applying the translucent powder over anywhere where I did add a highlight. Now we're going to go in with this NARS concealer. I like to put a little bit underneath my cheeks and around my forehead. Not too much, ladies. We want this to just give us a nice soft dimension, but we don't want it to be too striking. Now we're going to go in with this e.l.f. blush brush, and we're going to just spray a nice little mist over it with this e.l.f. setting spray. It's going to help us to get rid of those lines. It's going to blend this in, and to me, I think it gives it more of a powdery look. Keep blending, you guys. If you need to get another spray in, do so. You never want to have any harsh lines. Now I'm going in with my Lower Mercier powder, and it's just going to help to define that line right there. It's going to make it really pop. Now I'm going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Eyebrow Pencil. I believe the color is soft brown. Alright, it's eyeshadow time. We are using none other than Miss Jackie Aina's eyeshadow palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay, and the colors we're using today are going to be Edges, Ginger, and Credit. Okay, first color we're using is Ginger, and I put too much on. Anyway, we're just going to go with it and blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. So right here, I am just applying a little bit of shadow all over my lid. It's easier to go a little bit at a time and build on your color. Yeah, edges. Okay, we're gonna go in with edges right now with this MAC brush, and we're gonna add just on the lid. Now we're going to take this Younique brush. It is the fluffiest brush I have ever had in my life. I love it so much. And we're going to blend out those harsh lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of edges and put it on the fluffy brush. This is going to help with getting out those harsh lines, as you can see as I'm going in with that fluffy brush and just swiping back and forth. It's getting rid of that really stark line. Now it's time for a little bit of credit. Using the same fluffy brush, we're going to go in on the crease and just add a little bit at a time. And looks like I didn't listen to myself and got too much there. So we're gonna just keep blending, keep blending, keep blending. Mistakes happen, it's makeup. You can fix anything and everything. Just blend it out. And yes, I'm still blending. Oh my goodness, what was I listening to? Now we're going to use the Morphe palette, Dare to Create 39A. Color we're using is Bear. And we're just going to add a little bit on the brow bone. Now we're going to go back in with a little bit of edges, a little bit of shoulder action, because why not? Get it, girl. Must have been my song. And I'm going to apply liner with this disposable brush that I got off of Amazon. And I'm using Blacktrack by MAC. And we're going to apply just a little bit. Just a little bit. Once it's there, it's no getting rid of it. You'll have to go bigger and bigger. So try to get it right on the first time. Less is always more. Also, you guys, be sure to take your time when you're applying your liner. This is not something you want to rush through. Mistakes will happen if you do so. I'm taking a bit of lash glue and applying it to the lash. I put it on the inside of the lash and right on the top. And for me, it helps my lash to stay all day. So everybody applies their lashes differently. This is my method. I'm not saying anybody else's method is better or worse than mine, but this is what works for me. I use the tweezers and I use my hand and I just get in there and put it on. Then I'll go back with the tweezers and kind of mesh my lash with the false lash. Now don't be afraid to adjust the lash if you need to. I normally have to. So I take it and usually I move it over just a little bit. I kind of just tug at it and then you'll kind of see me push it into my lid. Sometimes I have to kind of push it in and hold it on both ends. Well, as you can see, they're on, but they're looking like sisters and not twins. Oh well, things happen. You can fix it. So I'm just gonna tug at one, push up on the other, and hope that they eventually get there. All right, lashes look pretty good. We're gonna now go on the waterline and add a little bit of ginger and add a little bit of credit. Now I'm just using a fluffy e.l.f. blush brush and I am just removing all of the highlighter powder. Now I'm going back all over my face with my Studio Finish C8 and just putting a little bit, nothing too extra, but it helps with my color because I don't match one color. So it helps me to kind of get the closest I can to my actual skin tone. And now it's time for Artistry Couture, Jackie Aina, LaBronze. Look at that, so pretty. Oh my gosh. This is everything. Jackie, girl, thank you so much. Okay, just check out the confidence as I'm putting this on. It's like I'm applying confidence. LaBronze is everything. It makes me feel so pretty. For my waterline, I'm going to use this Sephora eyeliner pen. I do believe it's waterproof. It is my absolute favorite. I'm taking this MAC brush and I'm going to use it to smudge my eyeliner just a little bit. Now it's time for my favorite mascara, Younique's Moodstruck Epic 4D. This stuff works wonders, you guys. I am not somebody who has long lashes at all. Mine are thin and fine, and this makes them show up, and it's amazing. My lashes still are not matching, guys. So I'm going to take a little bit of the mascara on the edge, take a spoolie brush and hold it. Yes, it's going to make my inside lash come loose, but that's what you got to do sometimes. And I'm going to just take my tweezers again, put a little bit of lash glue on there, and carefully put some on the inside, and then turn it around, hold it, and we should be good to go. Chestnut, my favorite MAC liner. And for my absolute favorite MAC lipstick, matte Velvet Teddy. As you can see, I am like down to nothing, but this is my favorite nude lip. It's kind of peachy. I think it goes really well with my skin tone. I'm gonna take a little bit of Cherish and add it just in the center. And this is the finished look, you guys. Come back to my next video and I'll show you how to fix that. We're gonna go in with a little bit of setting spray. I like to use the sponge from earlier just to dab in the setting spray. I just like the finished look that it gives me. I would like to thank everybody for joining me for my first ever makeup tutorial. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video.